on almost all macro photography, we're going to use manual focus. You're not going to use autofocus. Autofocus is going to keep searching. The thing moves a little bit, it's just going to keep searching. So you want to use manual focus whenever possible. And the other thing too is you want to frame it up to the size that you want, get it focused close, and then you rock your body. If you're holding the camera, you rock your body slowly back and forth to get it in focus, and then you take the picture. On a tripod, of course, you don't have that. You can do rails and things like that, and we'll show you those later on. But for this right now, manual focus, and then use that technique of rocking back and forth slowly to focus in on something. So let's talk about different ways of finding your subjects. With a macro lens, especially when you get to one-to-one macro, it is kind of difficult to get the lens on your subject. And as such, you have to develop a skill for that. And it takes a little bit of practice. Anybody can do it. But after a while, you find that sometimes instead of using the viewfinder, it's easier to use the screen, use the live view. I use live view a lot, especially when screens like this that I can tilt and rotate around. Ones that are on the back, it's a little bit more difficult to do. I will sometimes even attach screens up on top. Almost all cameras will allow you to put a video monitor up there, and that'll allow you to see a really big image and get really tack sharp focusing. Now the other thing about macro photography is people think that it's pretty easy. You're sitting on the ground all day, but it does get tiring. So make sure you stand up once in a while, get up, stretch, because you will get cramped up sitting down, and it's really easy to do because you get involved in the scene that's happening in front of you, and sometimes it can go on for a little while, and you don't want to move or adjust anything. So you got to be careful about that. The other thing I like to touch on is when you're out in the field, you want to be as kind to nature as you can. Just by us being out in this field, obviously, we're going to step on some plants and we're going to do some damage. But the idea is to do as little as possible. That's one of the reasons I like knee pads. I leave a smaller knee print on the ground. I try to walk in between the flowers. I try not to lean on too many of them or crush too many of them. Although you are going to hit some every once in a while, there's just no doubt about it. But you just want to be as gentle as possible. Don't bring a big old mat and just throw it across a whole bunch of flowers so that you can lay down and get down close to the ground and photograph something. Don't trample over everything just to get close to something, just to get the shot. Don't wipe out 30 flowers because you want to photograph that one perfect flower in the middle of all 30 of them. So just be a little kind to nature when you're out here doing macro photography.